Hello everyone. In this video, we will explore the user management in Linux. User management is one of the most important tasks. It allows us to create and manage the users, groups, and permissions, and ensuring that each user has the right level of access to the files and system resources. So, let's get started. So here I have already launched a Linux instance on AWS using the EC2, then connected to it via SSH using the terminal, and now I am logged in as a root user. Now I am running the command cat etc passwd. It is used to check the list of all the users on this system. EC2-user is the name of the user. X means the password is stored in secured file which is called etc shadow, and 1000 is the user ID. The next 1000 is a group ID. In Linux, when we create a user, the system automatically creates a group with the same name as the user, which is called as primary group, and the user is added to it by default. Home EC2 user is the user's home directory, and bin bash is the default shell used when this user logs in. Next command is cat etc shadow. This file contains the encrypted passwords for all the user on the system. So here EC2 user is the name of the user, and exclamatory sign it indicates that the account is logged. So the next is cat etc groups. This lists all the groups that exist on the system. So here EC2 is the name of the user, and X is the placeholder for encrypted password which is stored in shadow file, and 1000 is the group ID. Now we'll run cat etc gshadow. To view the secure group related information which is not visible in the regular etc group file. Add new users to the system using the user add command. So -m tells the Linux to create a home directory for the user, and -d home emp1 sets the custom home directory path for the user. -s is used to set the shell. I'm using the bin bash which is common. -u I'm giving the unique user ID 2001. As the user IDs below 1000 are reserved for the system users. Enter that name of the user and enter. So here user is added which is named as emp1. Now we will add the other users. Every time we have to give the unique ID for the each user. I'm changing the home directory of every user. As I have added the 5 users, the system will automatically create the groups for all of these 5 users. After that, to retrieve the entries from the system database, we use the get entry command, get ent passwd and the name of the user. This is the username and the unique ID that we have created, and the X is the placeholder for the encrypted password which is stored in shadow file. 2001 is the group ID and home directory that we have created for emp1, and bin bash is the shell that we have added. So like that we can add the users. Now I will run cat etc passwd command to get the entries of all the users. So here is the list of created users. Now we will check their shadow files using the etc shadow command. Next we will check the groups of these created users. So here the emp1 to till emp5 the groups has been created by default. The exclamatory sign here indicates that the password is locked. Now we will set the password for each user that we have added. For that we use the command passwd. We have to set the password. So here the password that I have entered is 1234, which is shorter than 8 characters. So we have to enter the character which is near to 8 characters. we have to retype the password for the confirmation. Password updated successfully. So here I have successfully added the password for each user. Now we will check the passwords which we have added using the get entry shadow command. So here it is in encrypted form. After adding the users, now I'm going to add the groups. The group add command is used to add the group. -G and group ID. This option manually sets the group ID instead of letting the system assign the next available number. Then the name of the group is cloud. The group is added. Now I'm going to add the multiple groups. So here I have added the 5 groups with each group has the unique ID. So now we will run cat etc group command to check the created groups. We can get the entry of a single group using the get entry command. Name of the group, X is the placeholder for an encrypted password, and 5001 is the group ID, which is same as we created. After that, I am going to add the users to the created groups using the user mod command. The user mod is used to modify the existing group. -A capital G, stands for append to the groups. This command will add the user to one or more groups without removing them from any existing groups. So here I am adding the user emp1 to the group cloud. Now we will verify the changes that we have made using the cat etc group command. So here in the cloud the emp1 is added. After this, we will add the users to the multiple groups. Now we will verify the groups using the command groups and the name of the user. Here we have added the emp1 to the cloud group, and emp1 group is primary group that which is added by default by the system. We will verify with the other users. So here the emp5 user is added in the primary group emp5 and secondary group azure. So here I want to remove the primary group emp5 and want to make the azure as a primary group. For that we have to remove the a command, which is append command, and we have to use -g. So here it has created the azure as the primary group of emp5 user. After that, now I am in my root user. The hash represents the root user. I want to switch the user, so I am using the command switch -space name of the user. So as we have switched to user emp1, in this user emp1 I want to make a multiple directories or files, and I want to change the ownership of this created directories or file. So let's see how to do this. Firstly, I'm going to create the directories using the command mkdir. -p is used for the parent directory, as I want to make the first directory as a parent directory. So let's check using the ls-lrts command. So it is showing only the parent directory, but if you want to see all the directory recursively, for that we have to use -R. So here I have successfully created the directories in the emp1 user. Firstly, I am checking the groups of emp1 user. So here emp1 is the primary group and cloud is the secondary group. So like this we can see, as we have seen earlier. Now I'm going to change the ownership of the created directories above, which is the first, second, third, using the command chown. As the emp1 has created the directories of first, second and third, -r is used to recursively change the ownership. I want to change the emp1 to emp2, and the name of group is AWS. And we have to give the location of the directory, which is in home emp1. It is saying that the operation is not permitted. Even the owner of the file, which is emp1, can't transfer the ownership. Here we are at the emp1, and the emp1 is not in sudo file, and it doesn't have the permission to run the sudo, and it cannot perform the root level actions. So we have to exit from the emp1. Now we are at the root user. Here we will try to change the ownership of emp1 to emp2. After running this command, it will change the ownership of third directory. Now let's check the permissions and ownership of users home directory. ls is used to list the files, and -d is used to show the information about the directory. Now we will check it recursively using the -r command. So as we can see here, for the directory name as third, the ownership has changed to emp2 and the group is AWS. So using the chown command, we can change the ownership of any directory or files. So now I will try to change the ownership of first and second directory also using the chown command. As I have used -R, it will recursively change the parent directory ownership and also its child directory ownership. So let's check. So here the ownership of first, second and third directory has been changed to emp2 and the group is AWS. So we have successfully learned how to change the ownership of the files and directories. So let's move to next command. Now we will check how to change a user's home directory. So first we will check with the directories. So emp1 is in home emp1 directory. For that we have to use the user mod, which is the user modification. -D is for directory, setting the new directory as home and new home. -M is used to move the content from old home to new home, and the name of the user. So let's verify it using the command get entry. So here the user emp1's home directory has been changed to new home. After this, now let's see how to lock a user account to temporarily disable the login access without deleting the user. Before locking the account, first let's check the current password status of user emp1. So it is visible. So now we have to lock these passwords. For that we have to use user mod, which is modification. -L is used to lock. Now let's verify it. So here as we can see the exclamatory mark at the beginning of the password, which indicates the account is logged. Like this we can log the multiple user accounts. And to unlock it we can use -U and the name of the user. So here there is no exclamatory mark, which means it is unlocked. After that, let's demonstrate how to rename a group and change its group ID. First we will check the group, get entries, groups. Sorry, it's group. Now we will rename this group AWS using the command group mod, which is used for modification. -N, we have to give the new name to the group. I'm giving Amazon. Then I'm also changing the group ID using the -G. Just remember this group ID should be unique. I'm giving 5007. Okay. And we have to give the group name, existing group name. So we have successfully changed. So let's verify. As we can see, this AWS group is not exist here. Now we will check for Amazon group. We can verify from up above AWS and below Amazon groups. So here we are at root user. Now we will check the created directories. ls is used to list down the files or directories. So there are multiple directories that we have created, and we have also changed the ownership of these directories. Now we will switch the user to emp1. So here we have switched from root to emp1 user. As we know, we can add the multiple groups in Linux. Likewise, we can also delete the groups using the group del command. For that, firstly, we will check the available groups using the command cat etc group. So it will show the list of present groups. The emp1 and emp5 are the primary groups, and the blue groups are that we have created. So now from this I am trying to delete a group using the group del command. So here emp1 is the primary group. We can't delete a primary group. After that I am trying to delete the another group using the group del command, and name of the group gcp. It is saying permission denied because we are at a emp1 user, and emp1 is not in sudo file, which means it doesn't have the permission to run the sudo. They can perform the root level actions, so we have to be in root user. So I have switched the user from emp1 to root. Firstly, let's check the groups. So let's try to delete the group from the root user. Hash represents we are at the root user. Now run the command group del, name of the group. Now we will check again cat etc group. So here the gcp group is not present. It means we have successfully deleted the group. As we can't delete the primary groups, we have the permission only to delete the secondary groups. Now let's check the group memberships using the command id, which shows the user unique id, primary group id, and all the group memberships. So here after running the command id and name of the group, it shows the user id, group id, and all the group memberships. As we can delete the groups using the group del command, we can also delete the users using the user del command. So let's check it. User del. But here also the only root user have the permissions to delete the user. So here user del -r is used to tell the system also remove the user's home directory and name of the user. emp1 is successfully deleted. Now we will check using the cat etc passwd. So here emp1 is not present. So now we will try to switch to another user, and from that user we will try to delete any user. So we are at the emp2 user. Here let's run the command user del -r. Here from emp2 user I am trying to delete the emp5 user, but it is saying the permission denied as the After that, let's look at how to change the file or directory permissions using the chmod command. But before that, we will check first. So first we will try to switch the user. Now we are at emp2 user. So in emp2 user, let's create one directory using mkdir command. The directory is created. Let's check it. So here the directory stands for D. As you can see at the left hand side of the test directory, user has the permission of read, write and execute. The group has only execute and read permission, and others have only execute permissions. Now let's create one more directory. Here both the directories have the same permission. So let's try to change the permission. We can change the permission of files or directory using the chmod command. As we all know, 4 is for read, 2 is for write, and 1 is to execute. So here for the test directory, the user has the permission of read, write and execute, and the second one is the group, which has the permission of only execute and write, and third one is the for others. The others have the permission of execute. So let's change it using the command chmod. I am making the permission of directory to read only for all the user groups and other. For that I am giving the 444, as 4 is for read, and after that we have to give the name of the file or directory. Now let's check it using the ls command. As we can see, for the test directory, the permission have changed from read, write, execute to only read for all the user group and others. Now we will try to change for demo directory. I am making it read, write, execute for all the group, user and other. So here we have successfully changed the permission to test directory and demo directory. Now let's see how to manage the password aging for a user account using the change command. Change -l is used to list. It is showing the life cycle of the user's password. Here it is showing that the last password change date, minimum days between the password changes, the maximum days before the password must be changed, and the password expiration date, account expiration, like that. So now we will try to change this using the change command. -n is used for minimum. I'm setting the minimum 5, and -M is used for maximum. -W is used for the number of days of warning before the password expires. So as you can see, the changes applied for the user emp2. So like that we can also change the user's password life cycle. Before we end, let's check which user have the sudo, which is admin privileges on this system. For that I am using get entry group sudo. It will fetch the information from the system's groups database and show. It is not providing any output, which means no group is in sudo file. Let's check with the groups, as the root user is in the sudo file. Now let's test the sudo access using the command sudo -l -u and name of the user. As it is saying that user emp4 is not allowed to run the sudo only the root has the access to run the sudo files. And that wraps up our hands-on section on user and group management in. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, feel free to share or leave a comment. Stay tuned.